What? Oh god, am I squeezed in? Okay guys, we're doing this really impromptu really quickly because
Well, you made that walk and talk like 10 minutes ago.
yeah, I made the walk.
And then they were like, hey, here's the announcement. And we're like,
yeah,
what?
made the walk and talk
Scramble.
thing. I'm going live from our phone right now, put in the front. As you can see, AJ has her lovely replica Shenmue jacket on. Here's the back, check this out. Yep. And then this is just impromptu. I didn't get a chance to really get dressed up, but this is a Ren jacket.
I made it.
That she
By
made.
hand. Show them the horse.
Oh yeah, let's show you the horse. Hold on. Can you see?
Lower back. There you go.
Yeah, there we go.
Really good. Yeah, okay.
Anyways, yeah, this is going to be for our cosplay. So I just made a video literally like 20 minutes ago because Sega said they were going to be doing an announcement. And I said the top 3 things that I said it could be. And the number 1 was a racing game because every time Sega says something, I'm thinking, oh, this
is going to be great. No, it's not.
This isn't going to be
it was.
a big deal. And there was 2 other things that I said. I said Shenmue 1 and 2 HD.
Technically, I said it,
She's
and
dead.
you got the idea.
I said there's a 30% possibility, and I actually think it could happen. And then I said like a mini Genesis or Dreamcast or whatever it is like hell would have to freeze over.
No, but they did do Mini Mega Drive.
Guess what? Hell froze over. Okay, so we're watching it, and let's just go. Obviously, you can tell from the description. Number 1, Shenmue 1 and 2 HD, fully announced, coming to the fucking PS4.
Yep.
Dude.
I have the screenshot.
Oh my god. Ah!
You probably can't see it, but here it is. Okay, he's not actually.
No, I'm not, but I'm excited. So we're watching the stream, and it's like the first thing they do is they show something that is Sega Ages collection. Mind you, this is all in Japanese, so I couldn't actually understand it. But it showed Phantasy Star. What else did it show? God, I can't remember. Okay, they showed Phantasy Star and not Streets of Rage, 2 other games. I can't remember.
I don't know.
Too excited, but they're making a Sega Ages collection for the Switch. I don't know if they're remakes. I don't know what's going to happen, but either way, I haven't seen a Sega Ages game since Saturn, PS2. So that was really exciting. The next thing right afterwards that they do is this Japanese, they're going down this list of amazing games.
They're showing games that people keep asking for, the most asked for games, and I was like, oh god, they're going to announce Shenmue.
Oh, well, before that, they were showing like Streets of Rage, Phantasy Star, everything, and they announced a fucking Genesis Mini, a Mega Drive Mini. We are getting a mini HDMI version, kind of like the Nintendo one. Please, Sega, put tons of them out so everybody can buy one.
Sorry, I'm putting it on my Shenmue blog.
No, do it. Yeah, this is impromptu. So you got to understand, not only are we getting a Sega Genesis Mini, it's like the cutest little thing in the world, but if they're making a Genesis Mini, guess what's going to follow? It's going to be the Sega Saturn, and we're going to get the Sega freaking Dreamcast Mini, all 3 of them.
Are you sure that's real? Wait, what?
No, I'm saying it's probably going to follow after the Genesis Mini.
I was only half listening. I was like, wait.
I'm telling you
Don't get people too hyped for things that may not happen.
No, if they're putting out a Sega Genesis Mini and it does well, Sega knows that the Dreamcast is one of the most loved systems in the world. Everybody in the world loves the Dreamcast right now. They've been loving the Dreamcast since it came out. And we're going to get a Mini, and I'm going to do a video on what I want to see on the Mini, on that and the Sega Saturn. So that was an amazing announcement that we got. And then at the end, right afterwards, this guy walks out, and he's dressed up, and he has a Rio jacket on, and you have...
And Shenhua.
Yep, and he actually speaking English so we could understand for once. And then Shenhua walks out, and they literally have the music come up, and it's like swelling. And I was like, oh my god.
It's not quite as exciting as when Shenmue 3 was announced.
No, okay.
It's still great.
Shenmue 3, I pretty much died when that was announced. That was probably the best moment in gaming I've ever had in my entire life. But
we both were there just fucking screaming. I remember because they were like, we were watching the stream, and then we literally heard the music. We were like, no. And I saw the pedal, and we were like, we literally started fucking screaming.
We did.
And my brother was like, oh, there they go.
Yep. Like literally
from
the room, we were jumping up and screaming at the top of our lungs. I think I was crying a bit. We were running in circles. I
screamed louder than I had anticipated to scream because I'm usually a pretty calm person.
I remember.
But I ended up screaming.
You did.
You remember that?
Yes.
I think I screamed first.
You did. I was like, and then
I run a Shenmue blog. She's like chiomen.tumblr.com. But it's like I always put out the announcements quicker than anyone else on Tumblr most of the time.
Right after you screamed, like my energy from being shocked turned into a loud screaming, and it was I would say the thing is, right before the E3 show, Yu Suzuki posted a picture of a forklift.
Yeah, I showed you that.
Yeah,
and we were like, nah.
We're like, no, he's fucking
But why
with
would
us.
he be there?
But why would he be there, and why is he showing a forklift? And so we started to get excited, but that was the most exciting moment in E3 history. And of course, right afterwards, you had Final Fantasy VII and everything else that people wanted. But for me, that announcement, no E3 can possibly beat that. But when I heard there was news from Sega today, I was hesitant until I saw an AJ pointing out to me that it says this is huge. And then what happened is somebody
underneath it was like, it's not huge unless it's Shenmue HD. And then they were like, then Sega was like, oh, it's huge. And I was like, don't play with people's hearts like that, Sega.
I'm like, yeah, and the weird thing is in my video, if you watch the last one, when I made a prediction, because I'm used to these announcements normally not being that big, but normally when Sega does that, they don't say this is huge. They do like a cryptic message or like a silhouette kind of picture that they put up. But in this case, as soon as they said that and they said it was huge, I was like, oh my god, don't get my hopes up, Sega. What is this going to be? What is this going to be? And then I said it'd probably be announced later on at 3 in the morning. All my predictions were wrong. Well, they weren't wrong.
Not all of them.
No, I said I think most likely a new Sega and Sonic Racing game would be announced. That wasn't. But the other two, they were correct. But I said Shenmue 1 and 2 HD, 30% chance. So actually I wasn't wrong at all. And then I said for the third one, it would be a Genesis or it would be a Dreamcast or a Saturn Mini. So actually, yeah, they weren't wrong. I actually hit them dead on, but I did not honestly think we were going to get the Mini no matter what. And Shenmue was like, maybe. But then, what do? They announced Sega Ages, and they announced the fucking Mini, and they announced Shenmue 1 and 2 HD.
It would have been better if it was a Dreamcast Mini, but I don't think that's a thing.
A Dreamcast Mini will come later on. They're going to start... I'm kind of curious why they didn't start with the Master System, but the Genesis was way more popular in America.
That's probably why.
So that's probably why they didn't do that. But either way, I wasn't expecting for Sega just to pop up and be like, hey, we have an announcement, and we have a Mini and Shenmue 1 and 2 HD. Now... couple things I'm really, really excited about with this. Shenmue 3, just so you guys know, isn't supposed to be the last final game.
Nope.
Even Yu Suzuki originally Yu Suzuki had a plan for like 6 or 7 games, but then he said he needed at least 2 more games to complete it, 2 or 3. So Shenmue 3 needs to get...
He definitely said it's not going to be completed with 3.
Yeah, it's not going to be completed with 3. And as far as
Ren's going to be in it.
Yes, he is.
I'm so happy about that. People still tell me that Ren isn't going to be in 3, and I'm like, no, he stayed back in Hong Kong. I'm like, do you read any of the interviews? He literally mentioned the 3 characters you get to be in Shenmue 3. Shenhua, Ryo, and Ren. Yep. Which I'm going to predict that Ren comes riding into the mountains, through the mountains on a horse.
He probably is going
with a flag, probably.
With his ponytail waving in the wind.
Yeah, it's going to be all dramatic and shit.
And then they're going to be playing Justin Timberlake's album, Burning in Sex and Bath.
Okay.
Yeah. What? That'd be funny. No, it wouldn't.
My heart will go on, because...
Oh my god, my heart...
You know Ren's in love with Ryo.
I think he might be.
He's one of the girls.
There's a little thing going on there.
It's more than a bromance.
Right? Yeah, a little
more than a bromance.
Yeah, we got a Corey bromance going on with the two of them, but maybe more.
A little more gay.
Yeah, we're have to
just say it. Just say it, Travis. It's a little more gay.
They do, but the thing is, Ren is an amazing character, and of course he was going to come back. So people like talking out their butts. They're like, he's not coming back yet, but they don't know.
I'm like, do you read any of the interviews? I literally run the biggest, one of the second biggest Shenmue blogs on Tumblr. I know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
Okay. I was very active in the Kickstarter.
So this is really exciting. Now, here's something that I'm super excited about for this. The fact that they're putting out HD 1 and 2 and we have Shenmue 3 coming out means that all of these games are going to be coming to a new generation of people. So that means everybody that missed Shenmue, that didn't get to play it, is going to be able to play all 3, which means that there's a very good chance the third one will have good enough sales where they will go ahead and fund a fourth one without even needing a Kickstarter. That's what's probably going to happen, so it's even more exciting to think that this beloved series that was one of the most amazing games ever made is finally going to be finished how many years later? 1999 and 2001, so a long time later.
So,
19 years, 20 years, however long it takes.
When it was announced, it was 15 years later, but that's because it was announced a little while ago.
Another thing I wanted to...
Taking this off.
Yeah, another thing that... Oh, your little bandage?
Yeah.
Yeah, another thing that I wanted to point out is, if you played the original Shenmue 1 on Dreamcast, and then in America, Shenmue 2 came out on the Xbox, I never wanted to play the Xbox one. I did, but I didn't. I wanted to play it on Dreamcast. Now we have these here. You could hold the lovely Shenmue 2 and the lovely Shenmue 1. This is my sealed Shenmue 1, and this is Shenmue 2, which my brother-in-law got me a couple years ago. Right after they announced Shenmue 3, he got it for, I don't know. He paid like $120 or 110. And what bay? Oh my God! Well, there's my bays in the background. Hello, nurses.
Rio has literally no interest in any of the girls. He spends more time with Ren.
I know he does.
You can't tell me that's wrong. He literally spends more time with Ren.
He does, although they are doing the shipping between him and Shenmue, that's for sure.
Well, obviously, but you know, I'm still gonna ship Ren for you.
Yeah.
A couple people do. I'm not the only one.
No, there are people out there. There really is. But on these games right here, what? Oh my God.
Really?
Yeah. Well, there you go. I just heard the sound of 100. No.
100 fanboys screaming.
Yes. Okay.
In a bad way.
See, we don't.
100 fangirls screaming in a good way.
We don't give a shit. Yeah. So on the
gender fluid anyway.
On these games right here, the thing is, I always play them on here. Whenever you're playing Shenmue 1, there is collectathons you can do. You can basically put money in little machines and get little gotchas, and you can get Nights into Dreams, Virtual Fighter. I can go on and on about all the little figurines you get. You can also win special figurines and special cars, all these different items you can collect. And what it was originally intended for is all the items you get, you can get a collection of them. You could sell them in the first game, or you can save them. And what happens is you transfer your save onto the second game, and you end up with all of these. What?
You're rambling.
No, I want people to understand something about Shenmue 3. You can basically bring you can bring all of your stuff over to Shenmue 2, and then in Shenmue 2, when you go to a pawn shop, if you have a full collection, you can get a ton of money to start out. Yeah. Now, originally, you couldn't do that with these because this is a European game and this is the American one. But this is
the
only
English
English
it out
one.
With VMUs and stuff.
But they made a special disc where you can convert your save to PAL, and that's what I did, and I did that. So basically, the cool thing about this is with the PS4 version, now that we're going to have Shenmue 1 and 2, how much do you want to bet Yu Suzuki is going to program it? So if you play through Shenmue 1, and you play through Shenmue 2, you could take all the items that you got from 1 and 2 and transfer them onto 3, which means we're going to get that full experience of Shenmue that everybody should have always gotten. And when Shenmue 4 comes out, we're going to get all those transferred. This is a huge deal and amazing for us and everybody else in the Shenmue community who loves it. I'm fucking stoked. This is amazing. It is way better than last year's E3 for me, just hearing this news.
I don't remember last year's E3.
I don't remember it either. It was so freaking boring.
I don't think anything really topped Shenmue 3 except for maybe another Knights game or Space Channel 5.
Yeah, I mean, if they announced Space Channel 5...
I know they're doing Space Channel 5 VR thing, but I haven't heard anything about that since. And I'm like...
yeah, it's still coming. I think it's a Japan thing. I don't know, though. Maybe it's a Japan thing.
Or PSO2.
Oh, PSO2.
America.
Yeah, I was hoping...
but that still wouldn't be as big as Shenmue.
No, nothing... There is no game that could have been announced that would have made me freak out as much as Shenmue 3. I literally am in love with both these games.
Maybe Panzer Dragon Saga Remastered.
You know what? If Panzer Dragon Saga Remastered came out, I would literally freak out.
But it's not possible. Unless they make it from the ground up.
No, but the thing is, even with the remake, I would want the remake so everybody could experience that game, and I would love it. But no matter what, I always have the game to go back to, the 32-bit Saturn game, which is haunting and beautiful, and it's just one of the most amazing games in the world, and I am so privileged to own that. But God, Jesus Christ, I can't believe this even happened today. So I would say since the E3 of Shenmue, this has been the most exciting for me. Hearing about
it's not even E3.
A Sega Genesis Mini, a Sega Ages collection, and ultimately Shenmue 1, Shenmue 2, high definition coming to us with everything. I'm going to be curious to see what they do with the licenses, because are they going to have Coca-Cola in there? Or are they going to have the weird, or are they going to have the Japanese trace?
I don't know.
Well, yeah, because they had to switch that around when they did it, so for the licensing or whatever it is. I have no idea.
Sega licensing, it's in there. They're just going to do that because it's Sega. They own those IPs.
You know, I said I wouldn't stream certain games that I'm too passionate about because they're more of a personal experience. But we are definitely streaming Shenmue 1 and 2. We are streaming Shenmue 1 and 2. Now, after 3, once we beat it like 5 times...
watch a stream where I'm fangirling about Ren 90% of the time.
Right? That probably
it's like, where's Ren?
Well, you're always. It's great because whenever we play Shenmue, like we're switch off, I always hand it to her on like in Shenmue 2 on the QTEs when they're running.
That's because you suck at QTEs.
I do.
And rhythm games are literally just really quick QTEs.
Yeah, she's so. I love QTEs.
I'm good at rhythm games.
I love QTEs. They get a bad rap and a bad name, and they really started. I know there were some before this, like Sega CD games where you had button prompts, but
Not
really,
quite like
this is what brought. It famous, especially in this one. The ones I would fuck up on is
Brought
when
it famous.
I can't. I'm so excited. I can't speak clearly. I can't Travis today.
Actually, you are Travising. This is pretty much Travis all the time.
The part
I can't person.
I can't person. I can't
people today.
Yeah. The part where they are in Shenmue 2 when they're handcuffed.
I love that part.
And you know the guy.
I gifted that part.
The guy's at the jail cell and they're calling him in and attacking, and you gotta run, and you guys keep following. He's like, "Hey,
Giant.
Hey, come on, man." Yeah, and that whole part, like
I
would always
shut up.
I would always fuck up, and I'd hand it to her to get it done.
Hi.
And I even remember on the final boss of that game, they make you do like A B B, up down left right B, like really fast freaking
Meanwhile,
QTEs.
I'm like,
oh my god. Yeah, I haven't talked about Shenmue enough on the channel, and weirdly enough is because anything that I'm really passionate about, I don't want to just put anything out there. I want to make like an extreme video for it. But
well, we did plan on getting dressed up for a Shenmue video, and look what we did.
We did.
It was going to be full cosplay.
Yeah.
I was going to cut my hair again and get it to spikes, and because you remember my full Rio cosplay.
I do, yes, and it's amazing. We're gonna start. I'm gonna start trying to do more of Shenmue content and talking about it more on the channel because our subscribers might not even know that it's one of our favorite games of all time. That and Panzer Dragoon Saga are two of my favorite games of all time. And yeah, I want to personally, not that Sega's gonna see a video on a tiny channel, but I just want to thank Sega for actually. Oh, hey, baby.
She keeps staring. Oh, there she goes.
I want to thank Sega for actually listening to the fans, and putting out a mini, and then announcing Shenmue 1 and 2 HD. You can't get better than that. That is just brilliant and amazing.
I was expecting to be disappointed with like a Sonic R remake. And I was
God, no. Okay, Sonic R has good graphics and it has great music, but I'm sorry, the gameplay on that game is terrible. It is fucking terrible.
That one video.
Oh, with the running thing where we're all glitching and like that's how I picture like Sonic R, but in real life.
We're just like
you just like ready, set, go, and you start running, and one person's running into a wall, and I'm like running upside down, and my arms like turn like this.
One of us falling into a sewer.
Yes, your head's just like in the sewer, and your legs are kicking like
one
this.
One glitched against a tree.
Suddenly, there's a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. Just no, I always take it a step too far.
Do you remember you're supposed to end your stories 1 to 2 sentences early?
Butters, do you want to come say hi to everybody in the live stream? Hopefully, it's still going. I don't know. I can't see the phone. You think it's still going?
I don't know. How about you check?
Well, how about I check and see Butters? Hold on. Let's take there.
Don't knock everything over.
I'm going to try not to. Oh, are we still live? We are live. We actually have some comments on here, which I'm sorry, guys. If you left a comment, I know I see 2 people watching, now 3, and a bunch of likes, but yeah, let me bring over Butters. And don't get mad, my love. Don't get mad.
Don't do it, Butters.
Don't get mad.
Don't get mad.
Oh, no.
Get glad.
Oh, good gracious.
It's Butters.
Oh, hey. You gotta move. What do you think? What do you think of Shenmue 2, Butters? What do you think of it? Oh, I should have posted this in the attic.
Oh, too late.
Oh,
she's so fuzzy.
You wanna go?
She's mad. She's mad.
You back it up?
No.
I was gonna, after streaming this to YouTube, post it to the attic so all you guys can see. Hopefully, anybody in the attic actually is able to see it. I'm gonna post this video to the attic so you guys can see it afterwards. For now and then, when I do this, let's try to post it there.
Oh, Jesus, I have such a weird face in the thumbnail.
Do you?
Yes. I'm like...
Isn't it how it always works out? Like, dude, I can make a video and the whole time I could have like a suave Bobbio face, and there'll be one face it will catch in the thumbnail where I'm like...
See, that's what they're talking about America's Next Top Model. They're always like, you need to make sure you're careful. Oh, there you go.
Yep. Oh, and these are our subscribers. I don't know if I see anybody from the attic if you haven't posted to the attic.
Hi, everyone.
Hi.
I always see comments. Okay. Butters, you have fans.
Well, is there any questions on there, or is just people commenting about their...
I didn't see a question mark.
No?
I think.
Yeah, so like I said, this is impromptu, so we can't see your questions, so I'm sorry. Otherwise, we would love to reply, and obviously Marvin and Javier and stuff would probably be on the attic, because I don't know if they get notifications. There's no point in sharing it now because we're pretty much through.
you can post it after.
Yeah, we're posted afterwards. So Today's exciting, man. This is freaking awesome, isn't it?
And it's Friday the 13th.
Oh my... Wow, Sega made the biggest announcement on Friday the 13th. And today we were talking about doing a horror video or a playthrough or something like that. And now we end up getting these huge announcements. That's amazing.
Whoops. We were going to play Alien Isolation. We might still do that.
Yeah, maybe.
3 videos in one day.
I don't know. I wasn't even planning the first video or the second. It's Sega. You guys did this to me.
Do you ever plan your videos when you kind of just post one every couple weeks where you're like, I didn't plan this?
I don't.
The ones that are planned take like months.
Yeah, the ones that are planned.
Every time you plan something, you end up making it extremely elaborate, and then it's like, okay, I guess we'll finish this in a month.
Yep, pretty much.
2 months later, 3 months later, we're like, okay, we're still working on this.
I know, right? Except for now, there's gonna be, I could just talk about it. It's a long stream, so anybody,
I'm getting hot.
Anybody who's watching this, they can stop when they want to. I know this is all about Shenmue, but I do want to make one announcement for the channel really quickly. God, I love this jacket.
Right. It was like $100-something because it's real leather. So
It
I wore it to a GameStop convention at one point as Rio. It was so hot.
I wish Marvin was watching right now. You want to know why I wish Marvin was watching? Marvin?
Because he's a big nerd.
Because I recently, with a trade with Marvin, he ordered me a Tech Romancer for the Dreamcast. If you don't know what game that is, it is a Capcom fighting game with giant robots. It's pretty rare and it's amazing. Anyways, we found a really amazing deal on the game. I mean amazing, you know what I mean? And we did a trade for a Saturn for the game. And anyways, he wanted to get me back, and I didn't know he was such a good actor, but he ended up...
I didn't believe him for a second.
I woke up, and I was really tired, and I click on my messages because he told me it came in and he's delivering me the game tonight. And I wake up and I press it, and the first thing he does is go, dude, bro, you're not going to fucking believe this. I brought your game with me, man. I don't know why I'm talking like he's Bill and Ted. I bought your game with me, man.
Because he talks like that?
And, I put it in like a bag and set it on the ground, set it inside the car where I was working. One of the dudes stepped on it. It's totally cracked. But since my brain was only half awake, I believed him for a second, and I started to get really anxious. I'm like, "Are you serious? Can you send me a picture?" And then I thought about it. And I'm like, you know what? No, Marvin would come across a different way, I think, if he was doing that.
Be like, shit.
Yeah.
Shit, bro.
Well, the reason I thought is because I didn't see the message right away. I saw it like an hour later, and he didn't send another message saying, just kidding, and I figured he'd get worried. But he gave me anxiety today. Thank you, Marvin. I appreciate it. But
good job. He has enough of that.
And that's getting me back for my little April Fool's prank I did on you, so I'm sorry. Even though I only gave him 5 seconds of anxiousness.
Didn't you do 2 things, though? No, you pranked him like 3 times. Fuck you. Don't try to act all innocent. He is the worst on April Fool. He's not allowed to do things anymore.
I do the worst
He's not allowed to pull pranks on anyone in the house or anything that's anxiety-inducing. He has to actually tell me what he's going to do first to someone else so I can tell him if that's going to be emotionally detrimental or not. Because he literally almost ruined my life one day. I was like...
I feel so bad. Like, when I was younger, I used to do the worst pranks in the world. I was 26, so I just thought they were funny. I was like, oh, this is funny, and then I traumatized.
I did get you on April Fool's, though.
Did you?
Yeah, remember I said my PSP was broken? You were, like, freaking out.
Oh, God, you did too, yeah. And then there was a whole one I was doing with Curie, where I was trying to get her...
You reversed April Fool's.
And I reversed April Fool's.
Technically, I still think you won that.
I did, because I fucked with her head really bad. So one way or another, I don't remember. I was about to say something else.
We are totally off subject.
We are, okay.
That's okay.
Anyway, back to everything. Anybody who's already been watching already knows about Shenmue and everything like that. So again, if you just stepped on, we're rambling now. But again, for anybody who's just stepping on now, Shenmue 1 and 2 HD was announced. A Genesis Mini was also announced, and a Sega Ages collection for the Switch. There will be more details later because it was all in Japanese, so it was very hard to understand, but we understood.
The most important part was
the most
Shenmue
important part.
HD.
So yeah, we're gonna get ready to go off the stream. One thing I did want to tell you guys, I don't know if you're gonna be sticking around this long, but we really are doing a big update to the show. I got a really awesome camera I'm going to do a video for later for my buddy Javier, which I want to tell Javier, thank you so much, which means we're going to have an upgrade in HD for our video. And also my father-in-law was amazing, and he got me, my father-in-law, we have these microphones, and he got us this box. I can't remember what it's even called right now, but we have a whole hookup to make the audio better. And this is really important because I've noticed on the channel, not only for videos and skits that I want to film, but I've been doing interviews lately.
I found my pen nib.
Did you? Did it fly off? Or so ADD? I've been doing. I did an interview at Retro City Games, and I have another interview coming up with an indie developer. And I'm really loving doing these interviews and these store crawls. So I want to have everything higher quality. And you know, so I just want to let you guys know that we're gonna have some huge updates to the channel. I'm gonna make an official video, like maybe a 5-minute video for an update, but probably not for a few days since we're doing like 3 today. You know. Boop. Boop, 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 boop. Okay, anyways, guys, so yeah, that's pretty much it. So exciting. Everything's awesome today. Fucking Shenmue 1, Shenmue 2 HD. We got all the goodies coming. Let me know below what you think. What are you most excited for? It should be Shenmue, but is it Shenmue? Is it the Sega Genesis Mini? Is it the Sega Ages collection? Is it all 3 of them?
You probably don't know what the Ages collection much consists of, because we have no idea.
If you're a Sega fan,
I know there's Sonic 1 on it.
Yeah.
And...
Fantasy Stars,
Star 2.
Streets of Rage, and Golden Axe.
You didn't say Streets of Rage or Golden Axe. It only said 3 games. I can't remember what the other one was.
Oh yeah, it's a Sega Ages collection. They're putting all those games on the Sega.
On camera.
Sega collection.
Camera's not gonna be able to see.
Oh well.
Nice job.
Oops.
Give me that.
It's not babe, it's crack.
You probably should tell people.
Yeah, so what are you most excited for? And also on the Sega Genesis Mini, are you going to pick one up? And what games would you guys like to have on it?
I think Sega's probably going to be better about distributing than the Nintendo was.
Oh god,
with
yeah.
DS and NES.
I'm not going to go. I'm not even going to go into the Nintendo thing because you guys.
That's a totally another subject.
Nintendo, but yeah, Sega cannot do what Nintendo does with their NES Classic, where scalpers are selling it for $5,000.
Well, Sega's also smarter about it. They don't want to do the whole. Our shit is rare, please don't pick this up. It's like, I don't know, Nintendo's weird about their distribution. They don't do enough of it.
No, it's like they create a demand and then just leave it empty. Yeah, it's very annoying. Nintendo, please stop doing that.
Stop it.
Just
stop
quit.
it.
You don't
Get
need to
some
do that.
help.
Yeah, get some help.
Get some help.
There's numbers for this. I can provide them to you. So all of you, Miyamoto. Why I called him out specifically.
Wow.
Well, because we all know Miyamoto's going to be watching Retro Alliance Gaming's.
Wow.
Retro Alliance Gaming's.
Wow.
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 Don't pick up my phone.
Alrighty, guys. Anyways, thank you for watching. We went on forever, but
As
if you
usual.
watched the beginning, you got to see the good part of it. Post anything down below. Stay tuned for more videos coming up. We love all of you guys. And of course, or Shenmue 1 and 2.
Does that mean I have to hold it and you turn off the camera?
Mwah. Yes. I'm moving over here. Alrighty, guys. Shenmue 1 and 2, HD, coming, motherfuckers. So fucking excited! Yay! Okay, and as always, my friends, until next time.